live for part 3. The first two were chopped up. I didn't want to start because I didn't know what would happen. What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer and teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, the divine feminine in the flesh. I am the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page, my latest live videos, and tonight's short. What's going on? Well, those are the cards that were on the table when I left earlier. I got a call from my daughter's school, and she was getting jumped. I got the wrong information. I had left the video saying that, oh, my daughter hit somebody with a skateboard. No, that's not what happened at all. This little boy that tried to jump my daughter at the beginning of the fucking week that got suspended, you know, his sister is fighting with my daughter, and those two were fighting, and he was waiting for an opportune moment to fucking clock my daughter with a fucking skateboard, and she just happened to move, and when he swung it, he busted the shit out of the back of his sister's head. All I can say is that's fucking karma. Do my anointed no harm. It's bad. It's bad. She's gonna need medical care, and he's gonna be facing charges. Don't fuck with him. And I told my daughter that. It's like, you know, she had literally went to the dean before lunch and told the dean what was happening. The dean gave her email, said send it all to me. But it happened over lunch. It was too fast. So anyways, my daughter got sent home. She got, you know, she fucked up a little bit. She did get beat up a little bit, but she didn't get fucked up. Thank God for that. God is good. Those kids are just crazy. Like, I want to remind you, this all started on Halloween because her little boyfriend wanted my daughter, and she couldn't leave her alone about it, and just kept going on and on and on until this is what happened to them. Now they're all in a whole bunch of shit, and my daughter's fine. And the cool thing is, my daughter got off today, she gets off tomorrow, and she does not, because I was still trying to plan that out, she does not have to do the parade this weekend, because she's technically in school suspension, and the kid that she fought with will be at the parade. Well, he won't be either, so that was cool. I was like, sweet. As far as my son and his little shit, I don't know, I haven't talked to him. When he came home, I missed him because I had to go to the meeting here at the building. Sat down and met the new owners, and nobody wanted to speak, bro. I was the only English-speaking person that attended. And all of the rest of them stood up and just said how great it was. And after the third person, I was like, all right, well, here I come. And I introduced myself. I told them exactly who I am. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am a pagan priestess witch that teaches the Christ consciousness. I'm the same thing as a nun. I speak only the truth. I have documented my horrific stay here since the moment I got here. And I just went off. And after that, there was a big round of applause, and then everybody was ready to talk now. They all talked about the same thing. The only thing they changed up, they were talking about, you know, the weed use in front of the building, which I reiterated. I was like, yeah, I know that's wrong, but the smoking section has been taken over. I don't know what they did with it, but somebody has TVs and lights and weight activities out there. It's not supposed to be cultural, but I can tell you that it is. It's culturally taken over by a certain culture, and they're the only ones that go into the smoking area. It's been like that since I got here. It's been like that since I got here. The rest of us find places to smoke. And so they had talked about that. Everybody was upset about the lack of supervision of the kids and the amount of trash. Everybody had a little something to say about the staff. So we had a good meeting, and that was it. I had to sit there. You know, I couldn't leave. And, of course, I was the only representation of English-speaking fucking residents. Seriously? Yeah. It's a good thing I'm somewhat bilingual, because I didn't ask for the translator to go in my ear. I had to pay attention to their, you know, complaints and stuff. And out of nowhere, there was one gentleman that stood up, and he asked for counseling. He asked for counseling. He said, you know, it'd be good to have some counseling here, some domestic violence, some addiction, some, you know, just some good therapy would be good for all the people. We're all struggling. It's like, man, if there was only one man in the voice, and he was the most powerful voice there. He stood for, you know what I mean? He didn't come to say much, but what he said was powerful. All the rest of us was just talking, you know what I mean? But he was really talking about some real change. That was good shit. So then we did that, and I just got back from there, and here's the cards. So, I posted in my community page, some asshole got into my comment and wanted to challenge my authority. I had posted something very simplistic saying that we're not alike. That you're a douchebag that has a one-set mindset, and I don't think like you. not really, not like that. I went on a little bit deeper than that. It was a little bit more poetic. The person was like, if you keep, what did they say? Promoting this type of stuff, you're never going to make it to heaven. Oh God, did I laugh so fucking hard. How you getting to heaven, loser? Oh, I went off. I was laughing so fucking hard. This is when I told you you weren't like me, you said I'm not going to heaven. That just solidified your fall. The elder is the hierophant. It's a higher level of teaching. Riddle me this, motherfuckers. Where do you go when you die? Have you earned your place in heaven according to the great book of life? Then shut the fuck up. Do you know anyone in heaven? Do you know anyone that got there? They told you how to get there? No. You just know everyone that fell short of heaven. What, you think your parents got there by their good deeds? They were great people? They were Christ-like? They were Christ-like people? Only those that become Christ-like walk into the light. Are you Christ-like, or you just study Christ? And to the rest of you pagan religions, are you Christ-like? Like our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Are you like Him? Well, then you fall short of the glory of God. He taught us how to be like Him. Anyone that doesn't want to be kind, loving, compassionate, understanding, and forgiving will never see the graces of God, because that's what God is made of. All the gods. Challenges to the authority. You don't challenge me, you're challenging my God, and He'll meet you at that challenge. I shall not. And when you die, guess whose face you'll be? One of the first faces you'll see. Me. Who am I? Hecate, the in-between, the guidance of souls. I don't think you're going to meet Anubis, and you're far from the glory of God to meet the archangel Azrael. You will not see God's archangels when you fucking die. You didn't fucking praise them when you were alive. You think they're going to come to your rescue when you're dead? There's great stories about this in the Bible. Great stories about this.
Can you tell them what happened?
Yeah, it's over. God doesn't know your name. Your name isn't written in Scripture. You're not covered by the you're not covered by the blood of the Lamb. You don't have the marking of God upon your forehead. Shall we go, Christian, Catholic, Muslim? All of you are so fucking short from your religious beliefs. You believe in a religion, but you don't walk it. You just talk it. Because every single one of those religions walk by the same understanding that Christ was teaching. But none of you seem to understand that, no matter what fucking book or culture you're from. Riddle me this. How the fuck is a Hindu or a Buddhist fucking racist? How the fuck are you guys fucking racist? How are you superior in any kind of way, shape, or form? Okay? And that goes back to the rest of you and your fucking religious, you know what I mean, ideologies. Heaven isn't a place that you're trying to obtain. It's a frequency and it's a mindset that you can live here. When you die, you don't go to heaven. You go to judgment. And based on what you failed to learn in this life will determine what your next life is. Because you have not ascended. You have not mastered life. Like ascending master Jesus Christ, Melchizedek, Metatron, Vishnu, Krishna, or Buddha. Or myself as Isis or Kuan Yin. You've not mastered this life. You can't master your emotions, your fucking thoughts, your fucking feelings, your motherfucking appetite. You can't master your bank account. You can't master your fucking children. You can't master your fucking job. You're a masturbator. And you probably don't even do that for yourself. Elitist? Elitist? That's not even the word. Chosen. Set apart. Not of this world. What am I? Everything I say in my intro. What the fuck are you? What are you? If I meet you and I shake your stupid hand, which I won't touch your energy. I don't do that. I don't want your fucking shitty ass energy. 9 times out of 10, you haven't even washed your hands. You only did that in COVID when people were watching you. There's no integrity. You don't do it when people aren't watching you. I wouldn't shake your hand, but inevitably, you're going to stick your hand out and stick your name out. Alright, what's your name? Cool. Who are you? The son of who? The daughter of who? Why are you here? What have you brought to my facility? What have you brought to my altar? Nothing. Go take that shit to 7-Eleven, to the club, to the studio, to the mall. Whatever you got, go take it to them. Because you don't have what it takes to step into the gates. Do you know how many... There's 148 religions that swear that they've got it right. Ask me how many human souls are in heaven. Ask me. None. Not one. First off, the gates aren't open. Jesus opens those gates, so even if you ascended, you still wouldn't. You'd be sitting on the other side of the gate with everyone else. Since the beginning of time, man has done nothing but try to get close to God and have failed miserably. You believe that studying God brings you closer to God. That's not true. That's like saying studying law makes you a law enforcement agent. No, that's not true. Just quiet, because there's not really much I can tell any of you that I haven't already. You lack a connection with God because of your feelings. Your self-righteous, prideful feelings. Your ego. You will stand there like every human and look up at the stars and cry to hear His voice. I cried for you 2 days ago. Today I just laugh in your face while you're sitting there begging to hear God again, and He's standing right in front of you. You're looking for understanding with your own eyes and your own ears. You can't even sense the presence of God. You can't even see it when it stands right before you. Because it's not your God. It's not what your mind thinks God should look like. It's not part of your imagination. It's not how you imagined it, so it can't be real. Those are fabrications. I just want to say, full fabrications of your mind based on literature that you've put into your head. Where you been? What happened with the dick, bro? Why did you draw a dick? Why didn't you draw a vagina? Why didn't you draw some boobs? Why did you draw on the dude's paper? It sounded real fucking funny until they send you to a psychiatrist and try to pray the gay away. What the fuck happened at school? What'd they tell you? What happened, bro? They said you had to do some inappropriate behavior packet or something.
No, I didn't do any of that.
No?
I just had...
And it wasn't your friend? Did you just draw... No, it wasn't your friend if the teacher found out. How'd the teacher find out? He snitched you out?
Yeah.
Then that's not your fucking friend, bitch. That's not your fucking friend. Friends don't fucking snitch each other out like that. Why'd you draw a dick on his pic? Do you just sit around drawing dicks? Who knows how to draw a dick? It's me. It's not funny. Why didn't you draw a vagina? He would have been way more confused. Or some boobs. Why a dick? Whatever, a dickhead. Are you suspended?
No.
Did you hear what happened to Amelia? Did you hear what happened to Amelia?
Yes, I says.
Did she show you the video?
I tried showing him.
I don't want to see the video either. It's fucking bullshit. See, that's what happened. My kid got in trouble for drawing a dick on someone's fucking dick. Are you serious? Yeah, it's a fucking rough day, dude. Shit. Feels like a fucking Friday. Oh, just wait. Tomorrow's the real deal. This is just like the lube for the real shit. I don't know, guys. If you could find God some other way, then go away and find him on your own. I don't give a fuck. It's my public service for the next 55 years is to get you closer to God. You don't like my way, then go get on your knees for some priest. The only person I tell to bow over here is Russ's bitch ass. Oh, God. Oh, God, I had to say that loser's name. Can't wait for your next drop. Your midnight drop of all your childhood trauma. Boo-hoo childhood trauma. More about his fucked up dad and his fucked up mama. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. What do you want?
Can't get new headphones after this.
No, I'm not going to get new headphones after this. I might do it this weekend. I need to do it, period. I was supposed to today. I don't have energy. I've been considering it. He's like, can we go get... What the fuck is wrong with my kids? As soon as you're done, we need to go to the store and buy some electronics. Crazy. What are you doing?
Take some tea, because I'm thirsty.
I just made some new tea.
I know, I thought I was thirsty because I opened
I know, you threw it away and you didn't see that there was some in there. I'm like, well, who threw the tea away? Why did you throw the tea away?
There's nothing in there, right?
Obviously there was. There's a whole thing of tea right there.
I don't know.
Anyways, I'm in fight mode. You want to fight? Shit.
It's going to take 6 weeks for the anti-stress to heal.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that in my video. Anyways, yeah. I just find it, that's exactly what the card said would happen.
What?
I don't know. It always says the same thing. So how about we change the cards and see if it'll tell us something different? What do you think? I'm going to take those away and shuffle my cards. I don't care, guys. I don't care if you find him or you don't. He cares. I don't care. I really don't. There's no huge significance to it. I mean, in the essence, if you fully found God, then I'd have a friend in God. But that doesn't matter. I have plenty of friends in God, which are not of this world. Because nobody of this world is friends with God. You're friends with Jesus and shit. And you're some liars, bro. I could pull your card. Any of you. It's not worth it. It's not worth showing you how far you've fallen from the glory of God. It's not worth it, dude. Why don't you just fucking start learning to pick yourself up? That's how I feel about it. I do spend enough time pointing fingers that, well, don't be that guy, and don't be this bitch, and don't be that bitch, and don't be this bitch, and don't be a bitch. Wonder why I call you bitch. What's down there? King of Cups, huh? Alright, King of Cups. I see you, Mr. Waterman. Water sign. Do you guys know a water sign that's emotionally balanced? Can you introduce me to him, or you're a hater and you won't like him? You wouldn't like him to meet me. I'd like to meet him. I don't know any emotionally balanced people. They think they are. They're just not dealing with their emotions. I can show you their irrationalities and chaos right away. Even the kindest person I can make go crazy. Not because I have to, but just because they're lying into temperance. It's just a lie. You harness all the waters until I sit there and blow a bubble in there. Blow a bubble up your ass. You bubble guppy. Alright, cups. Queen of Cups. No, we went from queen to king. Cups represent emotion and unconscious mind. The King of Cups balances emotions and logic to manifest kindness, love, compassion towards his fellow beings. Again, who's Christ-like out here? Who's that guy, bro? I feel like Lewis is this guy. No, He's kind and loving and compassionate, but he does not have control over his emotions. He's quick to cry. He can't even yell. He doesn't even express the negative ones. It's in him. He's like, him and Allie. You guys don't even whatever. That's like asking Marshall to cry. You guys are so fucking fucked off. The king tells you that you need emotional maturity to deal with whatever life throws at you. Explore your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. Stay true to your principles. Trust your instincts and don't be swayed by circumstances. Meaning, don't let shit get you down. Be the calm one in any given situation and listen to everyone's viewpoint. Be considerate and empathetic towards others. You might be called upon to lend a shoulder to cry on or give good advice to a friend. This is a time... Oh, they said that no staff was going to be in there and they brought the director in and I fired straight at her. I told him to fire her. Really? I was like, the apple roots from inside. I was like, you brought in a new director, but the director doesn't want to get her hands dirty. She'd rather keep the problem than solve the problem. I said it right there when she was hidden behind the fucking screen. Like, yeah, you're a problem. I was like, as far as the thievery that goes on around here, I brought it to her attention in hopes that she would stop it. But she didn't. And I pointed it out. I was like, it hasn't stopped for fucking Halloween. You know what I mean? They took out all kinds of fucking Halloween costumes to their kids. Anything that comes in that door. And when I spoke up, bro, I swear the whole room clapped. They're like, yeah. That's what it is. I had to do that. This is a time where you might be pursuing a healing path or working for a charitable cause. That's exactly what I told him. I said, I'll leave here one day, but I'm going to make a change for the people that didn't have a fair chance. The King of Cups can represent a man in your life, or me. Sensitive, kind, diplomatic, helpful, and generous. A kind person you'd want near you in a crisis. I mean, I might freak out a minute. I tend to. My ego goes off too sometimes. Sometimes. If it's something new I've never faced before. But typically now, my mind's like, my heart turns on too fast for my mind to freak out. And I won't let you freak out either. So I'll be like, calm down. Can't think. You're being too much. As a boss, he will care for his employees and have all of them working harmoniously towards the common goal. As a priest, he will show genuine compassion and support. As a doctor, he will listen to his patients and actually care about healing them. However, it could be a musician, a poet, a mediator, a diplomat, a counselor. That's as soon as I said that, it's like this is Russ tapping into his authentic creativity, telling stories about his childhood. He doesn't have faith. He wasn't raised on God. He doesn't have stickability. He's a runner. He's the definition of a runner. He's not a fighter. He's a fighter. This could be equally a musician, a poet, a mediator, a diplomat, a counselor, psychologist, spiritual healer, or just a friend, father or grandfather. As a partner, he's loving, loyal, romantic, protective, a strong family man who likes to spend time with his loved ones and friends. What a beautiful idea, huh? Who's that guy? NF, I'm seeing you right now. There's something psychologically wrong with you. I mean, plenty. But there's something obvious for you to link up with fucking Machine Gun Kelly. That says everything I need to know about you, bro. That tells me everything about your mentality, bro. That tells me everything about your divinity. You have a mindset like this person. You wanted to work with this person. In essence, you have respect for this person. You think like this person. And your bitch ass wife supports that. Your non-deodorant wearing wife supports that. I know what brought you guys together. Her suicidal parents and your lack of. You guys are together on a hurt wound. You guys are wounded, and you lean on each other as good parents because you didn't have any. So you keep each other to this high standard that you're better parents than your parents. And that's why you're trying to be the best parents, because you don't want to admit what your parents were and what they created and what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you, Bridge? What's psychologically wrong with you? You can't tell me nothing isn't after having a suicidal fucking parent that killed themselves. That tends to have a little damage, that does a little damage to a child of any age. We already know what's wrong with fucking NF. He took the belt in the name of Jesus. He got beat in the name of Jesus. So this is it. These are your friends, right? These are the people that you mentally collaborate with, that you can hold a conversation, a dinner, or some kind of outing. So that means to tell me, NF, if I ever thought you had any brains, it's gone now. What kind of brains could a man that hangs out with Machine Gun Kelly, a man that wants to be a woman for another woman, a man that is failing to be a father himself, that is trying to find himself in music? You're Russ, bitch. I've never said this to you, NF, but you are Russ. You are all a fucking weak form of Lucifer, bro. Do you think your kids will be any better than your parents by hiding them away and giving them organic food? Yet you're still collaborating with this? Furthermore, NF, and your lack of creativity, in 3 years you came up with 6 songs? And mentally on the same level as Machine Gun Kelly? At 40 years old, this is what a 40-year-old Christian rapper does? Quite interesting. Hooks up with someone that's considered a Satanist. That paints his nails and dresses up like a girl. I guess, you know what I mean, when you're around that much masculine energy, you need a little bit of feminine. You got a big old whole-ass man that you're married to. She's not a man? Okay. Who put up all the Christmas displays this weekend? Who took down the Halloween stuff? Who's doing all the work around the house? Who wears the pants in the house, NF? Not you. You're never seen in any of these videos, not cooking, prepping, cleaning, traveling, going on outings, none of it. What are you doing? Playing with Machine Gun Kelly? What a waste of a human life. Your dad was right about you. You need Christ. As a partner, anyways, that's not this person. Reverse meaning. You do not know what to think about or what to think or feel about a relationship. Who gives a shit about your weak-ass relationships? Your emotions are all over the place. 1 minute up, next minute down. Perhaps you found yourself in a demanding liaison where someone is physically or emotionally dependent on you. Was that your codependence over there? You're overwhelmed and trapped. That's all of you, bro. You all got some bitch that's biting your ankles. Fucking ankle-biting bitch. You better kick that bitch in her fucking face and kick her to the curb. Let her daddy or mommy pick that bitch up. I don't know why you decided to raise a bitch. Because her parents couldn't. Stupid bitch. Be careful that your actions do not foster your partner's weakness. Does she have any strengths? Is she good for anything other than wrapping her mouth around your dick? Kissing your kids goodnight? Or she doesn't even do that. She's got your dick smell on her breath while she's doing it. Bitch, don't brush her teeth. Take responsibility for your own situation and your own emotional state. Yeah, there's something wrong with you that you're with these fucking type bitches. And for you women that are with these type bitch dudes, one day you will wake up in so much shame and embarrassment and regret for the fact that you gave over your power to a bitch called a man. You better seize your power and take it back and throw his bitch ass out to his mommy. That's God's problem, not yours. All kindness, with all kindness. Pack him a lunch. Give him a little fruit snack for the road. The King of Cups reversed could be a person in your life, or it could be you. Emotionally controlling, moody, vindictive when they don't get their own way, making you feel as though it's all your fault rather than his. Alternatively, it could be a once kind and loving man whose problems have overwhelmed him to the extent that he's trying to escape by using alcohol, drugs, and fantasies. That's all these men do. You want to go for a drink? You want to smoke a joint? You want to go play some games? No. You want to grow up? You want to go praise God? You want to do some soul searching? You want to talk about your feelings? Oh, you're just a child, huh? Okay, go play in the fucking guppies. Go play with the guppies. Yuppie guppies. I don't like you. I'm obviously going into my dark mode. I don't think I ever came out of it. Emotional maturity. Check. What do we got? Because everybody's full of illusions. They're all lying to you. 7 of Cups is all about, the 7 of Swords is the absolute definition of lies. 7 of Cups is the same thing. You think you have options. You think you don't have options, but you do. Does anything in there look worth having? Oh, I want all this. I don't want any of that. Take your cup. My cup is full. I don't need the illusions of a happy relationship, of a fucking, of all this bullshit. Fucking happy home and fame and fortune and all the great things. That's what makes us different. You believe that your happiness is in those things, and you'll spend your entire life chasing those cups. Cups up, bitch. Cups up. I don't have to put nothing in my cup. It's already filled with happiness. I don't want any of that shit. It takes away from my happiness. Stifling my happiness. Oh, God. 7 of Cups. Illusions. We're in your feelings, obviously. All in the feelings. Why? Because Scorpio is in Venus. The death of your feelings is what it should be. Really? Yeah. What number am I? 7. Well, let's see. You are discontented. While daydreaming is pleasurable, make sure that you're not mistaking illusion for reality. That's never going to happen. Stop dreaming about it. Don't lose yourself in sensual pleasures like drugs and alcohol. It's a damn shame how many of these cards reference your guys' addictions. You may have been neglecting your spiritual life, or equally you might be flitting from one thing to another, confusing fact with fantasy. Do not follow the path of illusion. It is a dead end. Fulfillment cannot be obtained by shortcuts or drugs, and it cannot be bought. As soon as I said that, I see Wolfman. You can't become spiritual through drugs, idiot. You can't buy a spiritual good time. Idiot. The card can also mean that many opportunities surround you, but you cannot keep all options open forever. You must make a decision to turn any of them into a reality. Remember, things are not always as they seem, and what appears to be the most appealing choice may turn out to be a poison chalice. Hey, I've seen many of them do that. Russ made that great choice. Many of them do. You chose that over this, and now you're stuck in that, with no way back to this. How do you get out? You learn from the mistake that you've made and never make that mistake again. But you haven't learned. You don't even know that you've made a mistake yet. By the time you realize that you've made a mistake, the game is over. It's quite a funny thing. I love it. It's like, oh, I could see on the surface why you thought I was the weaker choice, but I really enjoy that you made the choice that you made, and I didn't get stuck with the weak force, but you did. I am God's rejection. Your rejection upon my life was absolute protection for the rest of my life. Say it again. Your rejection upon my life was guaranteed absolute protection for the rest of my life. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're living in a dream world trying to escape the real one, perhaps by using drugs and alcohol to do it. Am I the only one not getting high and drinking? Alternatively, you may be spending all your time dreaming, meditating, or doing trance work, leaving you ungrounded and unbalanced. You need to come back to Earth. I will as soon as they let me. What is it that you're afraid of? What is it that you are afraid of in the real world? Right off my head was commitment, is what I heard. Really? I don't really want to commit to anything at this point in my life. I just don't. I'm not really for sure on anything on this point in my life. Still figuring it all out. You're not a for sure thing for me. None of you are. I'm not even interested in any of you in that sense. I'm still open to my, open to my destiny, but I'm putting some barbed wire around that bitch. Protecting that destiny quite a bit at this point. You are letting genuine opportunities pass you by to escape into a fantasy life. Wake up. Wake up, wake up. I don't know. I guess. I don't know who you are. I can see all these, these dudes playing video games. Like, I see grown men playing video games when I see this. It's such a normal thing, right? Grown men are supposed to play video games. That's normalized. We normalize that now. Okay, so what are our women supposed to do while you're playing video games? While you're being boys, what do we do as girls? You might not like this when we normalize it. Moving on. What's the outcome of this bullshit? Ooh, hard work. 3 of Pentacles. Get to work. The 3 of Pentacles is a card of work and craftsmanship. You are involved in making your inspirations manifest in the world. Whether this is a piece of art, establishing a high-quality business, building a house, or getting training for your chosen career. You have made your plans and you know where you're going, and a good old-fashioned hard work is going to get you there. This is a long-term goal and you have only completed initial stages, but you have the determination you need to see the project through to the conclusion. Moreover, other people recognize your dedication and will want to help. Be willing to collaborate and learn from others. Sounds like a threat. Reverse meaning, you are not applying yourself to your job or study and take no pride in it. Instead, producing rushed and poor quality work. You won't take any advice or constructive criticism from anyone, but prefer to muddle through. If you want success, you need to develop a better attitude. The card can suggest structural problems with a property you are buying or renovating. What's going on with your house, NF? How's your renovations going? Be weary of doing bogged jobs or hiring cowboy builders. A relationship is struggling because you're not putting in the time and effort needed to maintain it. Ignoring advice from well-meaning friends. It was really funny. I had a download of my cousin's ex-wife. She was going to leave him right before he died. She was really going to file for divorce right before he died, and then she found out he was dying, so she stayed with him through his dying days. But she had every intention to leave him, and it was known that when he died, she was done with this family. She was leaving. She was moving. She told him for years. My cousin Buster. She wanted a life in Florida. She wanted to retire to the beach. She was tired of Colorado. She was tired of everything. She spent her whole life here. She wanted to retire on the beach, and he wouldn't give in. And he wouldn't give in. She would go like 2-3 times a year to get, to feed that hunger, but it wasn't enough. Finally, she was about to leave him. And then he got diagnosed with whatever, cancer or whatever, so she stuck it out. Afterwards, she left here immediately after he died. She closed everything down and she moved out there. And then I got the download this morning. He's like, remember, Dee's remarried. I was like, that's right. Did she have a man down there the whole time too? But she remarried. She wanted a new life. She'd spent her whole life with my cousin, bro. Like, since I was little. I remembered them. And, as they got older, she wanted things, and he wasn't going to give her what she wanted, so she had to walk away from it. And eventually, God separated them so she could go on, and she ended up going on with all his money, too. He paid for her new life, in the essence, and that was loyalty and shit, but that's where it was. She chose to, it wasn't vindictive or anything. She was going to leave, and then this came to be, and she stood by his side till the end of his days. She loved him and all, but she wanted her life. And she did. She moved to Florida, and I believe her kids ended up following at different times down there. She got married. She started a new life. How old was she? I don't know. Fuck, Dee's got to be 60. Maybe 70 now. But when she made that decision, easily 60. Easily. And then she got remarried. I don't know. Stick it out. Because this is all we get. This is your friend to the end. And you can deal with this person forever. And you can just close your eyes while you're having sex, and you don't really care about passion or closeness or any of that shit anymore. You just want a friend. You just want a fucking roommate. That holds you at night and that eats with you at dinner, at meal times. That might be enough for you. Some people don't crave more than companionship. As I say that, despite my outwards bravado, I really don't. I'm not really, there's a sexual drive in me that I definitely want to explore and that I know is very active and fun, but it's not driving me to do anything. It's just awake now. It wasn't awake before. In essence, all I was seeking was good friendship. I'd be okay marrying a man that didn't even have a dick or couldn't use it anymore. That's fine. That's okay. That's alright. That's one less thing I got. In the essence, you're marrying a priestess. I have a whole, fun side to me if it's turned on, but I don't walk around turned on. It takes, it has to be love and all of that. So it's like, I could see this as just, well, fuck, neither one of us got married. We're like 45. You want to just get married? Just to say we did it so that we don't end up alone? I could see one of those. For sure? For sure. We might as well just do this so we ain't got to die alone. You don't want to die alone, right? Come move in with me and let's just do this. Pretty much. That's what your guys' relationships are pretty much at right now. They're not that. You're not crushing on this person, bro. You don't have a crush. You're not in love. You have love for them. Love comes with, time. You know what I mean? Like, there's staff members that I've turned, and people that I've grown to love. I'm not in love with them. I have love for them. And that's what you guys have. You're not in love with your partners. You just have a lot of love for them, and they love you. But it's not the love that I be having over here. That uncontrollable love? No. That's not what you guys got. You got uncontrollable problems. What else you got to tell us? Damn. The 3 and the 8. This is all about hard work. Putting in the work. I got a lot to do. I really do. I have a lot of responsibilities that I would have loved to get some of them done today, but none of them. In the essence, it's like a laundry list. Literally, laundry's at the top of the list. But it looks so big, and then as you start going through them, it's like, okay, well, I made a big mountain out of nothing. That wasn't really that big. I'm done. It's the middle of the day, and I've done all my shit. But sometimes you let these things go, procrastination, if you will. And the list looks a little bit bigger than what it really is. It's not really that big. Really? What do I gotta do? I don't know. Nothing really. I don't have much, but sometimes you feel like you're overwhelmed because you have too much. Just a couple things more than what you usually deal with can feel like too much if you're already dealing with enough. I don't know. That's what the 8 of Pentacles is about, is putting in the hard work. Is there anything else that we need to know about other than putting in? Nope. Manifestations. It's all about work. In the 3D. That's what the full moon of Taurus is. Taurus is a grounded energy that's all about the opulence of this world, the beauties of this world, and the luxuries and, good stuff of this world. I could see this being a very self-centered time, a very greedy time for the wrong people. Probably. Or just some of us trying to get our heads straight, trying to get grounded a little bit. That's pretty much what this looks like. They said something in the meeting that was really helpful. They're like, nobody's getting put out. Nobody's getting evicted. We're not going to do any of that stuff. We're going to stick around for a couple months, integrate this staff, and see how it goes. And then we're going to make changes. But we're not going to, that was kind of securing because I brought that up. I was like, at any time, out of retaliation, these people can throw you out with no notice. And you're out. They don't give you a day, not 3 days, not nothing, not 24 hours. They're throwing you out of the building and saying they're calling the police. I was like, and that's at any given time. It's like, there's no security here for those people, and that's why nobody here will speak up, because they're afraid of losing the little bit we do have. We're all very grateful for it, but at the same time, we have to fight for it quietly. Something like that. So, as far as my future, it's becoming more secure in that sense. I got an email today that said I was, if for whatever reason that I wasn't going to get this job, I still was qualified. I did my whatever the fuck that thing is called, recertification, so I was qualified to, to still be taken care of, if I didn't get this job, but I'm grateful that I did. And, I see what I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to bring in all this money, work real hard to bring in this money to cover certain things for the, for the future. Which again is, getting me a computer, which starts everything. After I get the computer, naturally I have to learn how to use it. But then that gets me on a whole nother search of job hunting again. I have to find the right job for me now that I have the computer. So there's a little bit of, movement. It's like one step forward, but you're inevitably going to end up taking a couple steps back. And that's just kind of how it works. So you jump forward, and you take this step forward, but then when you go into, that's action, taking action, but then when you go into reflective mode, you got to step way back and see, okay, that was a good step, now where do we step from here? And the step from here might not necessarily be forward, but going back, and that's what I mean, going back to your original steps before you took this step. And that's where progress isn't linear. I went from here to here to here. No, I went here, and then I went back here, and then I went here, and then I had to go back, and then I had to go back, and then I had to go back. Every time I go forward, I got to go back, because I didn't learn a lesson back there, so now it's standing in my way, and I can't go forward, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah? Yeah. So that's where we're starting. Manifestations, bringing manifestations to life. What are you manifesting for next year? Is it something stupid like a new car or a vacation or a new wardrobe, or you want to lose 20 pounds? That's all superficial, guys. That's all on the outside. Those are only things that other people would admire you for. Not something that's admirable from me or from your children or from God. Your kids don't care if you get a new car. They'll get excited for you, but they don't fucking care as long as the car drives. They'll be happy for you if you lose 20 pounds, but that doesn't change your relationship with your children or God. You going on a vacation next year, is the vacation for you to get close to your children or you to escape your work life? Will there be drugs and alcohol on this little vacation? It's not a vacation without alcohol? Do you hear yourself thinking? I heard you. Is that what your parents taught you? Because a lot of parents, I don't remember ever seeing the Griswolds drinking on their vacations. They had some great family vacations, but without the alcohol. Maybe there was a drink in a paper cup in one of the videos. I don't think so. That's not a custom. Only in your low vibrational family. How many of you, no show of hands, just put your head down on this one. How many of you are anticipating getting drunk on the holidays with your family? It's tradition that they started, right? They traditionally turned you on to alcohol. They brought you this addiction. They already suffered from it and they passed it on to you, and now everybody gets together in their addictions. It's part of the holiday? No, it's not. Not in every household. Only your low vibrational household. Do you see? Are you going to be the one to stop tradition? Stand up to the household and say, I'm not drinking? Be the black sheep and let them attack you for not being low vibrational like them? For being a hypocrite? For being better than them? No, you'd rather just do a shot with them, right? Misery loves company. Just want to point out, you're so high and mighty, bro. High and mighty. High and mighty. I don't know, guys. That was a really ugly one. I'm going to leave it alone. When I get too ugly, I like to just go away and take my ugliness to myself. I feel like I've given enough of it to anybody else. Same thing with my love. When I've given enough, it's like I'm going to keep the rest to myself now. I've had enough, please. And thank you. And thank you. And thank you. What do we talk about? I don't know. Your connection to God or lack of. Your connection to people or lack of. Your connections or lack of. Here comes Kobe. You want to talk about why I don't have any relationships? I'll tell you. You're not worth the fight. Show me one that I'll fight for till the end. And then I won't give up. Why am I going to fight for someone that doesn't fight for themselves? Then I'm just fighting you. I'm fighting for you to be a better person, and you're not. You find yourself to be A-okay. Okay then. Okay, A1. I'm going to wait for the next one. Someone that can truly understand that this is something I need in my life and I'm dedicated to becoming a better person. If you're not that person, then you and I don't have anything alike. Because that's my dedication. That's my dedication. I'm seeing Kim Kardashian. I heard she failed her fucking whatever, her bar exam again. If she was dedicated to becoming a lawyer, she'd be a lawyer by now. But she's not dedicated to it. She's half-assing it, doing it, recreationally when she has time. But her priorities is not to become a lawyer. She only wanted to do that for the fame and, you know what I mean? Frame and on the bottom is the Knight of Wands. And the respect or something. But she'd have to actually win a case for that to actually matter. She's just trying to live up to her dad because her mom ain't shit. She's trying to be a lawyer because her dad was a lawyer. She's not doing it because she wants to fight injustice. She is injustice. She's a sexist woman that glorifies feminism. How is she fighting for any rights when she's literally tearing away our human rights as women by making us sexualized? She's not on both sides. She's not on any side. She's on her backside. She's on her backside waiting for a dick to go in her butt. Realistically, that's what everyone else is waiting for too. You want Kim Kardashian to be your lawyer? No, you don't. You want her to be your bedroom partner. You don't want her to be your designer. You don't want her to be your girlfriend. You don't want her to be your wife or your mother. You just want to fuck her. Is that going to change when she becomes a lawyer? No. Not at all. She sure hopes, though. If I put this on, this will change my outlook, this will change my identity, this will change who I am. Hey, dude. Just accept what the fuck you are, just like your booty whack sisters and brother and fucking mother. Your punk ass sisters are nothing but look at me's. You call them models, but they're not. They're model individuals? No, they're not. They're clothes wearing, they're runway walking clothing wearers. They're not model individuals. What makes them at all good human beings? Kylie Jenner wants to be a singer. Why? So she can date more black rappers? What do you got? You got Kris Jenner, who wants to be young. You got, what's the other one? Courtney, who just wants to be a good mother to Tristan's children. Do you guys have an identity? Are you all Aries? Nostalgia. Nope, we're done there. I'm not thinking about the past. Realistically, you can't put on something next year that's going to take away what you are this year. You have to change what you are this year to be something better next year. You know why people can't touch me? Because I'm not the same person. They can't touch this person. They can talk all kinds of shit about the old me, but they can't talk nothing about the new me. Because the new me is an absolute better version of anything that they've ever seen. And that's why they don't like the new me. The old me was easy to talk about, easy to compare, easy to judge, easy to blame, easy to project upon. You can't do any of that with me now. Because I'm not that person. You, on the other hand, I could point out every one of your flaws because you're still that person. Aren't you the same motherfucker that was doing that shit in high school? Aren't you like 30 years old about to do that same dumbass shit for fucking Thanksgiving? Yeah, I could judge you by your past because your past is presently who you are with no ability of a future. I'm sorry, Russ, have you developed mentally, emotionally, physically you're getting older, or spiritually since I met you? Where's the growth? Other than your hair. Which I tell you all the time to shave your vagina. You're like a dusty Arabic man, bro. There's nothing Sicilian or Italian or beautiful Greek, Mediterranean about your look, bro. Nothing. If anything, I would say your family lied about their heritage. Because they're a bunch of liars. Realistically. But that's appearance. He thinks that he can appear to be something better. He can put on a show for you. He can put on an outfit. He can put on something. And that goes back to MF. Jesus Christ. Nobody really knew his mental status, but this alone tells it all. I guess you could listen to his albums, his catalogs, and see that he's mentally fucked. That he's on medication, he's in serious therapy, he's had unbelievable tragic trauma, and he's just another Eminem wannabe. Every white rapper is. Trying to use their, their childhood trauma as their next escape. Their next, big hit on the charts. Can't wait to hear about all your fears, NF. Your 35-year-old fears of being a father. So scary to be a father, isn't it? At 35 years old and a millionaire, it's so hard. I guess if you have friends like fucking Machine Gun Kelly that wears fucking lipstick and fucking nail polish and doesn't want to grow up and be a father. Wants to be a prima donna. I don't know, guys. Sometimes I wish I could just go to sleep and not wake back up here, where I wouldn't have to see your ugly faces ever again, that my time with you is done. That I'll never have to reference these days, or these people. I look forward to that day, 55 years from now, when I can laugh one more time in your fucking face and leave this existence. I'll leave it better than it was when I got here. But man, I really wish sometimes that I could just wake up and not be here. It sucks to be a trapped soul with nothing but hellions. Take a deep breath. And that's where I fly far away. And I stay far away from you guys. No, I ain't going down there with them. They're fucking bastards, bro. I ain't getting nowhere near these bastards. Go show them some love. Alright, you better protect me. I'm not getting near these motherfuckers, though. They're fucking foul. Their breath stinks. It smells of lies, discord, hatred, shame, guilt, misery, suffering. Comes straight off of them. They're oozing it. Ew. No. Wouldn't be any more fun to sit in a Buddhist temple watching them think. Just sitting there watching them think. Trying to meditate on the image of Buddha. Trying to meditate on, the idea of God. That could be twice as annoying. What's worse, the dark or the light? I don't know, man. I guess I'd rather sit with the dark than I would fucking watching these pathetic pretend light beings. That's way worse. What's worse than an evil dark person? A fake light worker? A fake light worker? There's nothing worse than that. What, baby? Well, yeah, they told you were gonna have marks. No, there's nothing on the outside. It's probably swelling.
I've heard the cat back headphones on.
Put something frozen on top of your head. Well, I don't know. As I was seeing that, I was thinking about pulling out the fucking demon cards to see if they had some. It's just all dark. I don't need to pull to the dark to ask to hell to deal with you. I just need to take a breath. I gotta be honest, guys. I think I'm gonna take a break for a couple of days. Really? Yeah, I'll get you guys through tomorrow's shadows, but I really need a break from you guys. It's not a break from God. I never take a break from God. When I get here and I channel, I get into collective energy and I get all your, I get your images and your stories and your lives and all this, and it's just really damning. It really is. I don't really want to get sucked into your guys' stories. I really want a break. I just kind of want to get away from everybody for a little while, where I don't have to speak on what's going on in this world, and I don't have to tell you what's going on outside of it. Really? Yeah, I'm gonna try to ask God for some time off. Not because I got in trouble and he has to kick me off the internet, but because I really just want some time away. I really do. That's how I feel. The world outside isn't inspiring to me. It's negative. It just brings me down. I can't turn on my Facebook and see I see funny jokes and stuff, but like Instagram or any of those places, the things that you guys go to for entertainment, I can't. It's all negative to me.
Oh, like the fight videos?
Yeah, I don't like watching any of that shit, bro. I don't want to be part of any of it. And so when I have to do my channeling right, I have to come in here and I have to use real world, current events and people to bring this story to life. But as I do that, bro, I'm stuck with these people and their energy and the thoughts of them. Like right now, I'm fully disgusted by Nate. I'm fully disgusted by NF. It has nothing even to do with Russ. He'll disgust me at midnight and probably for the rest of my life. But, someone like that, it's like, I'm fully disgusted by you as a human being. The more I think about you, the more I wish I didn't know you and that people were safe from human beings like you. And that's where I get into a really sour place where I need to just get away from people. Because you don't see them for what I see them, and that's fine. I don't want you to see people the way that I see them. I just want them to be better than what is on the surface, what's being seen. But, you know, when I get out here, it's like I start talking about these 12 or anybody. It's just negative, bro. Do we have a positive influence in any of our lives? Is there a positive influence in our world in 2025 right now? God? Is there someone we could turn to? No, just gone. Lewis used to talk positive words, but he's a negative piece of shit. He's just like the rest of them. They're always just trying to sell you something. That's all he's trying to do. That's all they ever try to do. And then, you know, here comes Wolfman trying to sell you a fucking coffee mug. Anything, bro. They're just salespeople. Really terrible ones at that. You know, I said it from my heart. Marshall's fucking whole page, Eminem's whole page is nothing but t-shirts and merch. All he's doing is selling himself. He's sold out. You know what I mean? And it's old merch and old shit. Like, he'll probably do a year anniversary to Houdini because, you know, they have no new things to deal with. That's all he's trying to do is sell you, all of them. They're trying to sell you an overpriced fucking t-shirt with a whack-ass album. A fucking hat. That's Mike Stud. Every day he's trying to push out a new piece of merch. Anything to keep some dollars in his pocket, bro. You're worse than a crack dealer, bro. Like, it's not even enough to pay your bills. And that's Russ. He's got to put out that $1.99 song this week. He's got to put out that $1.99 song so that he could, you know what I mean, make his $2,000 for the month off this $1.99 song. Any further, bro? I can't physically find a person in my mind's eye that's worth talking about that it doesn't turn negative. It's not because I'm in a negative state, it's because you're a negative being. For me to put you in some kind of light would be just lying. To go around and tell anybody that you're a good person and they could learn a lot from you and they should spend some time with you, that's a fucking lie. In essence, I sit back here and I tell everybody to stay away from people like you. That you're literally damaged and dangerous. Disturbed. And not on the outside, but totally on the inside. From your thoughts to your emotions. And that's what reflects on your actions. Kanye is beyond disturbed. Logic, disturbed. Royce, disturbed. Lewis Hamilton, disturbed. Marshall Mathers, disturbed. Russ, fucking disturbed. NF, absolutely disturbed. Fucking Wolfman, he's literally the word disturbia. He disturbs me. He's so disturbing, he disturbs me. How could you feel comfortable around an irate asshole like this? I think those fluctuations is literally from the drugs. How he outbursts like that. And then tries to pull it all together like nothing happened. It's very strange. Very strange indeed. We're facing the shadows, obviously. It's relationships. I told you, it's the end of all of them. What good can come from knowing a person like this? All they're going to do is reflect back your negativity. You will see your negativity in negative people. Why stare at someone else's negativity? Why not just stare at your own? Why get disgusted by somebody else's filth? Why not just deal with your own? Something's seriously wrong with NF. I didn't realize that until I saw you made a song with that kid. And I told you this, you're guilty by association. The people you associate says so much more about you than you will ever say about yourself. They give away. They're dead giveaways to what you really are not telling us about yourself. That goes back to Marshall and his pathetic friends. Or lack of. How can you be such a superstar and never make a new friend your whole life? And look at the friends you did keep. What was the good of that friendship? All it did was enable your unhealed ways. And vice versa. They held you down, that's for sure. You held each other back and down from anything real. I guess you have to have a fucking, misery loves fucking company. I can see you guys getting together, a bunch of these men, a bunch of bitches talking shit about other men and women. I'm sorry, does Marshall, Royce, fucking 50 Cent, fucking Joe Budden, fucking any of those guys, fucking any of them talk anything about anything other than other people? They're the gossip girls. The Detroit gossip girls. Literally, they have gossip channels. Shade 45, where they're just throwing shade on everybody. Then you got Joe Buddens. Then you got 50 Cent, who's, constantly running. This is the same guy that wrote a letter to the court saying he was afraid of P. Diddy's release. How could you respect a man like that? Oh, it was a joke. No, it wasn't. He's a joke. You thought that was funny? Like Kevin Hart? Or just pathetic? It's just as pathetic as you running around picking fights with old rappers. Like, you got something to say. You got something to say, Marshall Mathers? I'd be making fun of you all the time, bro. If I was a rapper, shit. I'd destroy your career, bro. Real quick. Talking hella shit about your family. I ain't scared. You can't stop me from doing it. You might stop them, but you couldn't stop me. That shit, I'd sell fucking t-shirts of your little grandson on it. Elliot, phone home. You spent your whole life making fun of people, bro. You think that we're not allowed to do it to you and your funky looking family? Your fat fucking family? Your drug addict, drunk ass family? Can't wait till Elliot gets 21 and you can pop a bottle with mommy. I'm sure grandma will be right there for it. If she makes it that long. You fell in love with a whore that was a drug addict and an alcoholic. And you blamed the world for it? You fell in love with your mother and blamed the world for it? And then gave birth to a daughter that you think is better than that? How does that work? Two wrongs don't make a right. You guys just are trying to make it look all right. I can't wait for this. When she comes out after you're dead and tells the real stories about how your dad wasn't the best dad in the world. How could you have been the best dad and the worst dad at the same time? You guys are liars, bro. You're either lying or she's fucking lying. I want to hear it from Kim. I want the inside out. I want to hear the true story, not her fabrication of a perfect family or your fabrication of a drug home in the highlands of Michigan. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Is anybody else listening to these lies? Am I the only person that sees that this shit is bullshit? The shit that comes out of their mouth is lies? How can she praise her parents and act like they're not fucking shit? Because she's taught to. What happens in the house stays in the house, huh? All that privacy, all that quietness, all that secrecy that you keep all over your family. Right? Right. Right. Knocking the boots on the second one, are you? You're about to be a two-time grandpa. That's 2 times more than the husband that you were. Anyways, to the rest of you, yeah, I'm ending this. It's over. Fuck am I supposed to here? I'm trying to get off this planet. I'm trying to get away from you. I'm trying to get towards something real. You're fake. 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 Is there a real one? Okay, I'm the real one, and I'm out. Love yous, laters. Bye-bye now.